Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Juwan Turner, as you all may know, and this is my administrative reflection. And the administrator I chose was Drew Cronick. He is the head coach of our football program. And just to give you a little background on him, he spent some time at Furman College in South Carolina, and he was there, I think I want to say about 8-9 years. And then after that, he got the head coaching job. He was the offensive coordinator there. After that, he got the head coaching job at Reinhardt, which is a Division III, and it was the NAIA, where he built the program from ground up, and now they flourished. They're playing for the national championship the last couple of years, so they're a well-ran program now. After he left Reinhardt, which was last year, he went back to Furman, and he was there for a year as the offensive coordinator. And upon being there, he got the coaching job here at LR, and now he's our head coach. And some of the reasons why I decided to choose Coach Cronick was because, one, he's a passionate man, and everything he does, he shows compassion. Sometimes his emotions aren't always the best, but you can tell he cares about what he's doing, and he cares about the people and kids around him. He's also a highly respected man, not just in this area, but just on this whole southern, down the coast, and just in the whole southern part of the United States. From what I hear, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, they all love him. His name carries some weight. He's also a very humble man, just from being around him and learning some things about him. He's real humble. And then he's also a man of God, which is big to a lot of people. And it's also a man of God. It's also somebody easy to like. He's easy to talk to. So moving on, just to talk about some of the experiences I had on shadowing him. Although I shadowed him for a day, a little bit. I was more around him a little more for a day. I shadowed him pretty much every day because I got the opportunity to be a graduate assistant here in the football department. But my shadowing experience, it went good. Being around Coach Cronick, he's a busy man. Gets a lot of calls, gets a lot of emails. Even when some of us other coaches might have downtime, he doesn't, because he's chasing a lot of things. But I learned a lot from him. I mean, he teaches me how to run a meeting room. He teaches me how to handle different personalities from grown men. Sometimes us coaches ain't always, in agreement in the room, but when we all walk out, he makes sure we're all on the same page and we're all speaking one language and one voice, which I think is very good. And I think that's something that I need to learn if I'm going to be able to handle a room or be able to control a room in the near future. He's also taught me how to be proudful in what I do, but not make it arrogant, be confident and not cocky. So he's taught me, how to be good at things and be proudful about them, but not being too proudful to where it might be cocky or come off as arrogant. So he's taught me different ways to humble myself and to be humble. And then also he spreads a lot of spiritual God, wisdom on us. So he's also kind of helped me grow a little closer to the man upstairs, and he kind of helped me become a better man. And when talking to him and learning more about our program more deeply, and when observing our program, because I'm here a lot and pretty much every day, some of the artifacts, and when I talk artifacts, I'm talking about the 3 levels of shine. And when applying that to our program and Coach Cronick, the artifacts are pretty evident. Things you see every day. We're in the weight room. We're on time. We work hard. It's all about grades. You see our guys in the classroom. We stress the class to the guys. We stress accountability. We stress togetherness, and we stress being a family. And those are some of the artifacts you see. You'll see us around. We always speak to one another. We always help one another. We're always on time. You can see us hold each other. Hey man, are you doing what you're supposed to do? We're holding each other accountable, which I think makes for a great culture. And then also when I asked Coach Cronick, because I had asked him one of my questions, I asked him about some of his beliefs that he might believe and some of the assumptions he thinks that players have and how he feels about the culture of the program. This is kind of how he answered it. We're going to play a little one of the questions from his interview.
Well, obviously with us being new, we've been having to rebuild this culture in some way. So everybody's been a little bit of a freshman so far, but I think our guys now, the ones that are with us, have bought into the things that we're preaching to them, such as we're going to make good grades, we're going to be in class every day, we're going to do our study hall, we're going to be accountable in the classroom, we're going to work hard in the weight room and do that a certain way. We're going to have great intensity the way we practice, but we're also going to serve the community, a lot of community service. We're going to learn how to serve people as well and how to make a good first impression, how to get along with people outside of football. So I think those are things that hopefully our guys will begin to, that's the cultural norm here. That's where we're headed.
So from that, that interview question and his response, I listened to that a couple times, and then from it I kind kind of pull some things that I feel like he believes in, and some of the things that he's trying to build here to make them what we would call assumptions or cultural norms. So some of his espoused beliefs, I would say, are education. He's high on education. That's the first thing he talked about was education. One of the second things he talked about was holding each other accountable and making sure everywhere we need to be on time. He also talked about hard work and working hard in the weight room and in the classroom. Another thing he talked about is because he's a man of God, he has a lot of Christian values, and one thing that means is service to him. And he talked about servicing each other and learning how to service other people, which, you know, in turn is going to come back just you know, his future. He always talks about fruits of labor. So if you scratch your back, somebody's going to scratch yours. So them were some of his espoused beliefs, and some of the beliefs I feel like I pulled from his interview question. And like he said, he's trying to make all those things the culture and norm. So whatever assumptions that he thought were here before, he's trying to make hard work, service, accountability, and education, and high GPAs and high attendance to everything, the new assumption here. And he's hoping that, you know, because we're a young team, so everybody's kind of like a freshman, so he's hoping any newcomers that come in, when they get here, they see how hard we work and how serviceable we are and how accountable we hold each other, and they just buy into that. And then lastly, just reflecting on the whole administrative interview and the whole reflection, my whole shadow experience, and pretty much my whole GA so far. It's been a learning lesson. It's been a day-by-day thing. Every day is a little bit different, and you take it in stride. Coach Cronic taught me how to all the coaches actually, they teach me how to deal with adversity and how to overcome any obstacles that might come up in the day. And so pretty much this whole experience is learning. It's very educational, teaching me not only how to be a better coach, but how to be a better man when you're mentoring other young men and when you're around other men. And then it's also very humbling because we all come from different walks of life, but we all got the same vision and goal. So it's kind of cool being around other people who share the same vision as you and kind of want to help you succeed. So thank you guys for listening to my presentation.